Guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do The Silencer issue number 2 by DC Comics. And yeah, let's continue where we left off. So we spring jump right into action, and we see that the villain called Breacher shooting guns at Honor or the Silencer. Honor is a real name, and she uses the cloak of silence or the zone of silence because she uses that power that other people cannot hear what's going on. And in stealth situations, that's really handy. So she's getting fired at, and she's protecting Talia al Ghul, the daughter of the demon, and she fights back, and then she shoots Breacher in the legs, and then basically kills him off by shooting at her and him. But before she can do anything, she's being attacked by a creature called Blood Vessel, and Blood Vessel is not really alive. He's basically sentient blood, and he is, walking around in some kind of a, robot cyborg suit. So they're gonna have a fight, but you cannot kill sentient blood. I mean, not with conventional means. So, but if you can destroy the body, then that's a possibility, and that's exactly what she is doing right here. So yeah, and the fight scenes are very cool indeed. John Romita Jr., I said it before, sometimes it's a hit and miss with him, but in this case he is doing a very, very good job. Going back to the old days. When the fight is over, Talia is gone now, and then she is calling a guy called Operator, and I love that they use very futuristic technology. I'm glad it's not some kind of an iPad or a telephone and then pushing a button and then some kind of a hologram comes out. No. It actually looks very cool. So she asked for waste management, but the operator says to her, "Hey, what are you doing here? I thought you were out." And she says, "Well, this is a one-time only. You need to bring the waste management, and we're gonna fix it later." And they also need a cover story because of the damage that happened on the streets. So it seems that they manufacture a story about some kind of a film shoot in the streets that's gone wrong, and that accidents happens with the stuntman, and that's the reason why the whole street is busted up, which is really cool. And then she transforms it back into her in normal clothes with I believe nanotechnology. Really cool. And then the waste management comes, and I love it, the step-by-step procedure. There's some kind of a chemical waste that removes the oil stains on the asphalt, vacuum the glass chips, shell cases, and ash, and then grabbing the cars and then trash it into the impactor or compactor. Really coolly done. And then there's a guy coming out who is actually a relative, not a relative, but some kind of a, let's say, friend, although they are working buddies. And she said, "You know what, I'm going to pay for all the damage." And he said, no, I'm not accept payment. You need to work for me. You need to do a job. And she said, "What's that?" Well, it seems that Leviathan is going to war with a lot of people, and everyone in the underlife, that's probably the criminal organization, is affected, and also says, "Well, your hair is burnt and you need to do something about that," which comes back a little bit later. That's now why she has short hair. Very cool. And they have a really nice she has a really nice family time with her husband and her child. And I like this kind of storytelling because it gives her character and also pauses the story a little bit and focus more on her private life, because when she got home, she says, "I hate that I have to lie to my family," and that she basically never wants to go back to the underlife to become being the silencer. She wants to actually get out, but all the stuff with Talia drags her in. So she's gonna take action with that. She's gonna prepare. She's gonna meet someone, and she has installed some kind of security system for her family, and So she's called the operator again, and she wants to have a meeting with a guy called Mr. Remedy. And Mr. Remedy is some kind of let's say, a fixer for Leviathan. And they know each other and they don't like each other. So he calls him and says, because of the code of honor, I want to meet with you and talk about the situation because she wants out. And he says, well, you cannot get out. I mean, you are working with Talia al Ghul and we are hunting for her. So you are in, and that's the reason why this continues. So then she says, well, because of a code of the whole not said underworld, no, underling, why am I forgetting? Anyway, there's some kind of a code here between those two groups because I believe the Leviathan and the other criminal law organizations have some kind of a neutral agreement, but Leviathan is changing those agreements and they want to get the upper hand for reasons. And Talia al Ghul is a big part of that. So they meet up in some kind of a warehouse here, neutral grounds because of the code. And he, skipping a few pages, so he meets up with Mr. Remedy, also known as Ropespur, which is his actual name. And he says, hey, we're going to leave you alone if you tell me what Talia al Ghul is. And she says, I don't know. And that's actually true. She doesn't know because Talia is disappeared. And that's if she delivers Talia, then all violence and all hunting will cease to exist towards her and her family. And he said, I need you to leave me alone. And she says, or what? And then she's going to threaten him. But at one point, it's been explained a little bit that when she was in, when Talia employed her, or that she is a part of the organization with Talia, she has some kind of power over everybody because of Talia. But now that Talia is out of the picture, a lot of people are not afraid of the silencer anymore. She lost that power now. And this guy was once upon a time afraid of her. And now it's basically, well, not the other way around, but he's now more cocky. He has now more power and he wants payback. And he says, and she's starting to threaten him. She says, you can, well, Mr. Remedy says, you never leave the underlife, never. It never lets you. And she says, maybe you do observe the code. My service is now complete. You know that. And you honor it, just as you honored the rules today by meeting me alone on neutral turf. And he says, well, the rules has changed. And then he says the word unstealth. And then out of thin air, all these assassins are, coming up and pointing the guns at them. And he said, hey, you have 5 seconds to comply, otherwise we're going to kill you. And basically she needs to accept his offer to hunt Talia or do some jobs for him. And she refuses. And then he says, well, you have free before I kill you and everyone else in this room. And that's basically the end of the book. I like that very much. I like the whole balls to the walls, no nonsense action thing. I love the betrayal. I love the personal life of the silencer, in combination that she has to do a job or else. It's really well done. I wonder why there is no. I have all the comics. I believe there is 18 and a annual. I don't know why there is not a follow-up. I don't get it. I mean, this is a very cool character, but yeah, it's weird. I just like that she's just some kind of she's not really a Punisher, but she's strong and she has a cool suit. She has a cool background. She has some compelling villains and an criminal organization that she is working for. So there's all of the ingredients to flesh that story well out. And maybe they do it with this complete series. I don't know, but it's baffling. There's no a silencer volume. There's a volume 2 and 3, but that's more like in the trade paperback form for the complete series. But what I try to mean, why is nobody making a new silencer comic? I don't get it. Anyway, that's all I got for today. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.